Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where we talk about frivolous things and sometimes slightly more important topics of the world. But today we're going to talk about handbags. Very important. I'm going to share with you some handbags that I'm very severely obsessed with at this moment. And no, it's not going to be the Louis Vuitton re-releases of the Murakami collections. No, it's not that at all. It absolutely doesn't tickle anything. The multicolor, nothing. Cherry blossom, nothing. Cherries, nothing. Just nothing. However, give me the Miu Miu bow bag, and I do not know what it is. Like, I get it. It looks like a very boring bag to some people, but to me, it has a very nostalgic factor. I think I mentioned it in a previous video. I used to own the Adidas airliner bag. Anyways, it was like oh geez, I just realized I need to water my plant. Okay, here's a little plug for you guys to go follow me on Instagram because I do share a little bit of my life behind the scenes. And I recently purchased a beautiful plant that I call Shorty. Long story. Anywho, I just looked at it and I'm like, I bought it like 2 weeks ago, haven't given water to it once. This is why plants die in my captivity. So I did own the Adidas airliner bag, and I think that the Miu Miu bow bag just completely hits me with nostalgia and on a level that I did not foresee. Because when it came out, I was like, yeah, okay, bag. Next. And I don't know, this bag has grown on me so immensely. And yet at the same time, I have nowhere to test it, to try it out. I don't have a Miu Miu in my own country, and I want it so bad. I'm trying to talk myself out of it for months already, and I just can't. I just can't. It's very possible that this bag is going to end up in my collection. I'm somewhat justifying it by the fact that it is a very timeless silhouette. It doesn't scream any logos or anything, so it's quite inconspicuous to, lug around when you need to be out and about. But I don't know, it just absolutely stole my heart. And here's another killer joke. The Miu Miu adventure bag has also completely just, I don't know. I'm the first one to call myself out as a hypocrite a lot of the times. And I normally, I don't like hypocrisy, but listen, we are all human. And this is not such a serious subject, but I was the one who, like a year ago, would look at Miu Miu and be like, "Okay, great, I get it, but I also don't get it. Like, who pays these price points for Miu Miu, right?" Okay. And when they came out, with the short skirts and all that, and the schoolgirl look and everything, it's also not my style. And now I'm just eating my words, and I'm going crazy. I am literally thinking, can I justify getting the bow bag and the adventure bag? And I think both of those bags, I will tell you full honestly, I look at those bags and are they like the prettiest things that I have ever seen? No, they're not. But again, it is some huge chunk of nostalgia, which is what marketing is, right? They throw all that stuff at you and they're like, I hope it does something with her. She's going to buy it. And I swear to God that I have had a bag that looks like the adventure bag, kind of like a similar shape in the early 2000s. I'm pretty sure I owned something like this. I went clubbing with it, whilst it was quite a large bag, but hey, it probably fit a few bottles of summon in it. And I think it's that. It's the nostalgia. It's the pure nostalgia. And I'm trying to think now, is it like justifiable enough to just be like, yeah, those are museum pieces for me, for my museum, for this museum. I don't know, but I love those too. Then the next bag that I'm really I cannot get like rid of it completely is the Bottega Andiamo bag. And I, again, hand on heart, I never thought I would go for this bag. There are a lot of cons on this bag that would normally annoy me to bits. But every time I see my friend who has that bag and she uses it like with love and passion, I just have to think again, like, oh, but it's such a great bag. But I don't really need it. Listen, I am currently rocking a bag that I normally don't use that much, but this is my Celine belt bag. I currently also am wearing blue jeans, and I think that just like together they look really, really nice. This is the Andiamo. This is an Andiamo competitor. This is what I have in my closet that kind of ticks the box of the Andiamo. And I don't really need it. Well, do I need any bag? I also have the Bottega Getaway bag. So it gives me like the scratch to the itch of a smaller Bottega bag. I can't complain, right? But I will say that I don't know if Miu Miu is worth it. Probably not. I mean, again, will we go into the discussion? Is any of it worth it? Let's not go there. But if there's anything I can really testify to, it is that Bottega is one of the brands that does magnificent quality. And I have heard that from friends alike. And I've also heard it from a lot of you guys who constantly DM, constantly. It's like, no, I mean, when we are conversating about handbags, and a lot of you do agree that Bottega makes really good quality bags. There are also comments sometimes at the bottom of my videos when I discuss that. A lot of you do agree with me that Bottega really has great quality. So, Andiamo, I don't know, but I love that bag. Trying also to remind myself that I can love a bag from afar, don't have to buy it. Sometimes easier said than done. One bag that is maybe slightly surprising for some of you, the Celine Evah bag. I do not know what it is. Maybe it's again also a little bit of this nostalgic silhouette. I really want that bag. And I would like it in the coated canvas, in the Celine Triumph print. I just think it is such a great bag for that price point. And I have started to use a lot more like underarm bags because I feel that they suit me a lot better than they did a year ago. And it's just such a cool bag without being too loud. And at the same time, a very practical bag. And like I said, I've enjoyed it a lot. And I feel that I have kind of, I've shifted away a little bit from crossbody bags. That's not to say that I never wear crossbody bags, but I do enjoy every now and then a top handle moment, or a shoulder moment, or under the armpit moment. And I'm fully embracing it. And to be honest, I don't have anything like the Evah bag in my collection, so I could justify it. Well, I could justify anything, okay? I could justify anything, but the Evah bag is something that I truly don't have in my collection, and I have constantly thought about this bag throughout the years. And Maggie, who has a channel on YouTube, is not the most helpful YouTuber because she's gonna make you want to have a lot of different bags that you just never thought of. She's been raving about this bag for years on end, and I do trust her insights. So the Celine Eva bag, and what I like about it as well is that you have the option if you want to. You can fork up a little bit more cash, and you can get it in the full leather version with like the beautiful hardware closure, and I don't know. They give you the options, so yeah, but I would like the coated canvas version because I think it's like the most carefree thing that you can have. You can go out clubbing if you wanted to. You can go out in a hail, blizzard, storm, and it will still look like impeccable and yet stylish. I cannot pursue this video before I also mention very honorably the Loewe Featherlight puzzle bag, which I still have not been able to touch. But from what I've heard, is delish. So I'm going to give it an honorable mention. And this is definitely one of those bags that I'm going to look at from afar. I'm not going to go for it because I just sold my Loewe puzzle in December. And I just think that the shape does not suit me anymore. Watch me say that and then try it on next time I'm somewhere where they have that and just like add to cart. No, but the things I love about the Featherlight without having touched it myself is the gold hardware, and it's a beautiful gold hardware. I don't know if you've experienced this, but there were some bags where Loewe did the gold hardware, but it didn't look that nice or that fresh. And I think that it looks really, really nice in the Featherlight version and the size as well. I think I possibly wouldn't have sold my Loewe puzzle bag had it been the size smaller. But, it is what it is. And I have so many other bags to use instead of the Loewe puzzle that I just currently I don't have the need for a puzzle bag. But I still very much appreciate it. And Loewe is again one of those companies for whose leather I am like vouching. I don't know anyone who works there. I don't know anyone who does the leather. I have no idea what kind of practices they use there. But I can just say that up until now, their leather has been sublime. Together with Bottega, I think they are like two of the bestest companies out there in terms of quality. Now I have two affordable bags to shout out as well. One is super affordable and the other is kind of like in the mid-range. The first one I want to talk about that I really, really love the look of it is I wanted to say Loewe again, but it's the Coach tabby in the denim version. And it's I don't know what size it is, but it's like a huge tabby. It's not the classical tabby. And I think it looks right. It really does look nice. I love the way that it doesn't seem to be like super structured. I have yet to hold it in my own hands to say exactly how it feels like, but it does look really, really nice. And if you do want like a denim bag and you don't want to pay the high-end designer prices, this is definitely a beautiful bag that is also bound to be timeless because denim bags are always going to be around somewhere around the corner. And this is one of the bags that I've really been contemplating, even though I'm not that big into buying into the mid-range bags because otherwise I'm just going to lose control and I'm just going to eventually own 5,000 bags, which is not the goal. But it's definitely a really cool bag. I want to try it out in a store. The last bag is super affordable, and for that we are going to Uniqlo. And the bag is called the Puffy Shoulder Bag. It's just 10 cents short from 30 euros and it looks fabulous. I don't know how thick it is. Like, is it going to have a little bit of padding to kind of protect the items, which is something that I love a lot. Like, if a bag has a little bit of padding, for me, it gives the comfort of knowing that if I have more fragile items in there, they're going to be protected. Definitely when you're out and about in the summer. But I really like it. It comes in 4 colors. And what's there not to like? I feel you can make it really long, you can wear it crossbody, and you can also equally wear it as a shoulder bag once you pull down the strap completely. So I think it's a really, really lovely bag. And also that bag with this price point, I would totally throw it into the washing machine after a summer adventure when it has gotten gunky and murky and whatnot. So I think it's really cool. I want to try that bag on when I'm in Uniqlo because it looks like a really cool beach bag as well for in the summer that is also washable. Because I do have a few beach bags. Some of them are just not washable. And sometimes you need to wash your beach stuff, right? Am I right or am I right? Anywho, those are the bags that I'm currently obsessed with. And I'm so obsessed with the Miu Miu bags. Please talk me out of it or let me know if you do have the bow bag or if you do have the adventure. How are you getting along with it? I would like to know pros and cons. maybe the cons, because then I can talk myself out of it. But hey, you know what the thing is? I don't, like I said, I don't have a store here in my country. And sometimes it's just a matter of trying it on, and you just instantly know this is not for me. Or worse, this is it for me. I don't know. Anywho, I hope you had a little bit of a laugh and some fun. And I'll see you again next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.